Now let's go ahead and explain a few general tips for the course. How can you exactly do well in this class and get the highest grades possible? So it's going to be fairly self-explanatory. So what is going to be expected of you? Obviously, you should go to class, i.e. watching the lecture videos and take notes. So the lecture videos are essentially the lecture component and tells you exactly what we're going to be going over in every single chapter. And in each of these videos, I do take a plethora amount of notes. So it would also behoove you to take your own notes as well to make sure that you get full understanding of what we are going over. Number two, practice as many problems as possible through a variety of means. Economics is a subject where the more exposure and the more practice that you get, the better equipped that you will be to answer anything that comes your way by building up your intuition skills, your analytical skills, and critical thinking skills. We have the practice problems for every single chapter. Essentially, in every single chapter, I give you these practice problems. It's roughly about 30 to 50 questions for every single chapter, and they will give you a lot of practice. You can easily double and triple the amount of questions from these practice problems by changing a few of the numbers, asking the opposite cases. So what happens in the opposite case? If we have a decrease in demand, what would happen in the opposite case with an increase in demand, and etc. And these practice problems, once again, I don't collect them. They're just for your own sort of benefit. You do them out of your own time, out of your own volition. And the practice problems, they do have the answers at the end of the file, so you can always double check yourself. Also in these practice problems, there are the free response questions. These are the short answer responses that require a little bit more thought, a little bit more intuition, and are a little bit more involved. But if you can answer these free response questions, you'll be good to go. Also, along with the same idea of this are the online assignments. These online assignments, they are all free response and short answer questions. They are not multiple choice. And with these online assignment questions, like we said before, these are more involved in the questions that you're going to see on the exams. So if you actually know how to do these online assignments, you're going to be really, really well off when exam time does come. And with the online assignments, of course, you have to go ahead and show all of your work. So draw out the graphs, draw out the tables, show your work, show me what data you're working with. And remember that I do stress intuition, critical thinking, and analytical skills in this course. Do not simply memorize definitions. If you simply memorize definitions, then you will not do very well on the exams. You won't do as well as you would have hoped. You will need to go ahead and apply everything that we've talked about. Number three, don't be afraid to ask questions. So if something is not clear, you should immediately let me know and get that cleared up as soon as you can, because a lot of concepts and topics in economics are going to be building on top of one another. So don't be afraid to ask questions. I won't laugh at you. I won't deride you. I am more than happy to assist you in any way possible that I can. Utilize all the resources available to you. So there's Economics Tutoring Center, tutoring through FIU and GC 267. They also have something in the Green Library as well, if those resources are available. There's office hours with me, so hey, I am available Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 8 a.m. to 9:30. Just let me know if you need me, and I'll be more than happy to assist you in that regard. Like we said, don't wait until last minute for clarification. You do want to keep with a regular routine. If you wait for the last minute, you will be easily overwhelmed and you will not do very well on any of the assignments or exams. And everything right here just ties along to with one another. Be consistent in your study habits, reading comprehension, read all the question choices, read all the answer choices very carefully. I can change one word in the questions or in the answers, and that'll change the meaning of everything. So do be careful there, and be proactive with your grades. What do grades mean for me? So A, B, C, D, and you can read essentially the description. This is exactly what grades mean to me. Nothing too new in this regard, but it's just essentially what I interpret these letter grades to be. A little bit more relevant is exactly how my grades are distributed over the time period that I have been teaching. So here, as you can see, almost 1,500 students have come through my way, and this is exactly how the grades have lined up. As you notice, this sort of has the makings of a normal distribution with a few caveats. You're going to notice that, hey, a lot of students do really, really well, and that's exactly because they do what is expected of them by following these tips and by following these sort of rules in order for them to do well in the course. But you're also going to notice that a lot of students do not do that well, so almost it's sort of bimodal in this regard, a lot of high grades, a lot of low grades, and typically the students that don't do very well in my class are the ones that wait until the last minute, or they're the ones that sort of just ghost from the course. They basically just do one or two assignments and then they don't do anything else for the rest of the semester. And then the rest of the grades are sort of evenly distributed, as you can see right here. So a high hump right here goes down in this regard. But as you can see, a lot of students do fairly well in this course, and then there are a subset of students that don't do as great. Just by taking a look at the specific numbers right here, it just says that about 75 to 80% of you are going to go ahead and get some type of credit for the class, while 20 to 25% of you are not going to do enough in order to get that C or above. So if essentially you want to push yourself out of this range right here, just go ahead and follow these tips. And of course, if you do need any assistance with this class, remember to get in contact with me or to reach out to another friend or another classmate to get help with all of the sort of stuff that we talk about in this class. So just a little bit of a tip for you to do well in this class. This file is available on Canvas for you to go ahead and download for your own viewing pleasure. You can also go ahead and do your own sort of type of grade analysis or number analysis with the numbers that are presented right here. But this is exactly what you should be expecting for this class and what I am expecting from you as well. Now that you have an idea of how the course is structured, a few of the course policies as well, go ahead, get started with the course, and I'll see you guys in the very first chapter.